am in the building with none other, Shyniferous, aka Shiny Hero. How are we doing?
We are doing good. Oh, hold on. I got double audio. That's me. Wait, no, maybe that's you. Is that me? Is that you?
That's you.
I don't know where it's coming from though.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hold on a second. Seriously, I don't know where that's coming from. Are you sure that's me?
It's not me. I promise it's not. Oh, they're in for a treat today.
All right. Well, oh wait, wait. I found it. Okay, now we should be good.
You found it? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I found it. I got it. I got it.
Let's
Except I lost
go.
my video. Did I lose my video? I did lose my video. How did I lose my video? Oh, it's gonna be one of those nights, isn't it?
Yo, what's up, Center? How we doing? Welcome in. Good
I
to
don't know.
see you. Good to see you.
May have to bring my side down and start it over because it is all of a sudden gone just like I think my side's having a little bit of schizophrenia.
Oh no.
It's not good what's happening over here. Like everything was fine and then now it's not fine. But yeah, you can keep talking. I'm gonna just keep working on this in the background. Ooh, there we go. I got it.
You
Look at
got it?
me. I
Hey.
did. Hey, Spades. How are
Welcome in
you?
everybody. Um Once again, this is another episode of The Movement and I'm with the none other greatest of all, Shyniferous, aka Shiny Hero, and this is going to be a great experience. And I hope you guys are ready because this is going to be a good podcast. I'm ready for it. I've been hyped up for it. I've been just amped up for this, and it's been a long time in the making. So if you guys have not already showed her some love, make sure you hit her with a follow. It's going down.
Gosh, I feel like we've been talking about this for forever,
We
right?
have, yeah, we have, and I'm glad that we finally got it. And a lot of the times when I do the podcast, it's like I'm really excited, but like this one, I knew was gonna be a really good one. I feel like every podcast that I have done have stood out. Like every content creator has their story, right? Everybody has their
Mhm.
different journey on how they started streaming and whatnot. And I felt like a lot of people that know you could really get to know you, or for people that may have heard of you but want to get to know you can get to know you now. So I think today
Fair.
is a great opportunity for people to get to know the Shyniferous.
Shyniferous, formerly known as Shiny Hero 2873.
Hey,
Yeah,
well,
management said I had to change my name and get rid of the numbers. All right, so Shyniferous it is.
without further
Ah,
ado, I'm gonna roll out the red carpet and let Shyniferous introduce herself.
thank you. Well, I had to take notes because like it's been a 3-year journey and I feel like I've covered so much a lot with you. So there may be things that to you sound kind of like a broken record because I know you know a lot of this stuff, but to give the full and complete background, I am a variety content streamer. I do a lot of gaming, games like Valheim, Enshrouded, V Rising, Conan, Hell Architect, GTA, and my favorite, State of Decay 2. Very much looking forward to State of Decay 3 in 2025. Um, Sports, which you invited me originally to the NFL podcast way back when that we started, and you knew I didn't know a whole lot about sports, but you were like, you know what? I like your energy. I want you. I want
Exactly.
you. And I think we just had so much fun doing that podcast. We laughed and laughed, and I still have the lone wolf
Hey.
for my rogue picks where you guys are all like, you're picking them? Like, yes, I am. We don't need to cover what those picks were. Just know that some of them were epic underdogs that stood no chance, but I went for it anyway. And I think maybe I got like a handful of them. That also covered fantasy football, And then we did podcasts. This is a fun one to talk about the different podcasts we've done. Because think about it, we did our courtroom drama. Remember when we did that and everybody got like an attorney, a lawyer? I think
That
you
was
were the judge. I don't remember
yeah.
what the cases were, but we had just like so much fun, like having our courtroom battles. Um, One of the shows that I'm developing is Life Advice with the Wayward Hooker. We have Saturday Morning PJs now, which used to be the Saturday morning show, which revamped. We have the wild card with Zodin. We have a new one coming up with Snooch and a friend of his. So it'll be Lolly, Snooch, and third party to be determined. And then we're going to bring back Grown and Sexy, aren't we?
Oh yeah.
Our two lit after dark chit chat that gets a little questionable. Caitlin Louise, I see you, girl. Hello,
Hey.
sweetest sinner. Um, on top of that, we had mental health, where we covered things like toxic positivity, the dark side of streaming, cravings, sleep deprivation, using your five senses to support your wellness journey, and the importance of building a solid support network. So we covered a lot. And then on top of all of that content, on top of all that, as if that's not enough to wrap your mind around, this year I got involved with Stream Raleigh. So they're my, I wouldn't call they're my local, but they're the largest area content creator support group. And I started going to their events. And just recently, I went and volunteered to be one of the interviewers for the Indie City Dev event, where we talked to um, game developers and actually got to see and play their games behind the scenes. So after we were done interviewing them, we actually got to go play their games in all various stages. So it was really cool to have that live feature. It was Twitch supported on their front page, and I had a blast. And gosh, are those people nice. I couldn't make that recommendation enough to people to just get involved with your local streamer community. And you know what? There's great people out there who want to connect and information share. So really nice way to grow your content, get feedback, get hot tips, and just grow. Another way to grow.
I watched that podcast and it was really cool. It was like, watching the show, it was amazing. It was an experience. It was like, man, that's my friend and she's on the front page. Like that is cool. And you were
Yeah, it
just so
really was
professional
fun.
with it. You were professional with it. And I was just like, that's my friend. I'm proud of her. Let's go.
I was so nervous. It was like speed dating because they only gave us 10 minutes with each developer. And so you had to be on point the whole time. And not having done it before, I had one other person who was alternating with me. So it was every second interview we would flip. And we had this big wall of questions. And they'd come in and you had like 90 seconds to kind of create a relationship, get them comfortable and say, okay, what do you want to focus on? What do you want to share with the people? Give me the background and I'm going to push the questions in that direction. And that's how we went. And I would say out of all the people I met, really only one guy was noticeably nervous. And so I sat with him. I'm like, listen, guy, this is my first time doing this here too. And so we kind of connected on like that noob level and just being like, yeah, we're new to this scene and what do we want to cover? And I'm like, listen, I got your back. I'm here to make you shine. That's my purpose. That's my goal. I got your back. Let's do this. And it really seemed to connect with these guys and just really help put them at ease that I was going to do whatever I needed to do to make sure we were focused on what they wanted to bring forward. So it was a great experience. I loved it.
Oh yeah. It was cool seeing the show and I was just, like I said, I was really, really amazed with how everything was set up and seeing that they really liked your performance and how you did. They want to see you back and I was just like, she's got to go back. I got to see Shiny go back.
They did. They actually said I did a great job and they were like, "Hey, we would love to have you come back and do this again for us for different events." And I was like, yeah, I'm on board. I think the only feedback I got that was, I would say, critical was that I too frequently was looking directly at the person instead of forward. So, because I was really trying my best to make that person feel very comfortable with the one-on-one rather than them being nervous about being in front of an audience. So that was kind of just a different experience to really focus in on how to make somebody feel comfortable and
Hmm.
just, like just two people just having a chit chat about their game and their team and what they were working on and what they wanted to share most with the people.
Oh
I
yeah,
loved it.
I totally understand. I mean, it's a different feel, right? So like whenever you're doing a podcast like this, it's like side by side, so you're kind of forced to look forward. But whenever you're like in contact with the person where they're like
Hmm.
right within 5 feet of you, it's like you want to kind of give them that look to make them feel
Hmm.
engaged and like you really mean what you're saying and like want them to feel comfortable and stuff. So I get that. I think you
Yeah,
did a really good job.
I tried to. When I was looking for the behind the scenes stories too. Like I was like, all right, tell me something that nobody else knows and that's totally embarrassing that you wouldn't want people to know, but I'm asking you to tell us now. It was just, I think everybody got a kick out of that just because, again, it was off the cuff and it was totally off script and they let me just kind of run with it. And they let us promote our channels at will. They were like, yeah, in between every take, if you want to just shout out your channel, shout out people just go for it. And it was like, okay, we'll do. But yeah, I mean, and the people were so professional and they were giving a lot of people opportunities to get behind the scenes. So even like the producers for the show, the people behind the computer screens, the broadcasters, there were a lot of people who were new to this and they were really patient working with them, showing them how to manage the equipment, the between the scenes. It was just fascinating to be able to watch this all go down and be a part of that and get the whole behind the scenes, like how this stuff happens.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was a good time. I definitely want to see that. And I know I got a lot of questions to ask you, but I'm just so excited about this podcast. And I know we've done quite a few podcasts in the past, and I'm really looking forward to the PJs. I mean, honestly, I'm looking forward to all of these podcasts that we got. I would
There's so
love to see
many.
I know. And the one that sends out the most is the mental health podcast, right? I felt
Hmm.
like a lot of people like tuned in. Like every time you would hit that launch, we would see so many people in there, and it was just always a good time. Like everybody could relate to a lot of the topics that we talked about, and the engagement was just perfect. So I mean, I would love to see that mental health podcast come back.
We're working on it. We're working on it. I have people in the wings who said they would step up. I know you and I talked specifically about getting a men's group together. Couple people that were going to, I mean, not twist their arms, but encourage them to speak up because I think we have found within our own community a variety of mental health issues that I think we don't talk enough about. And I would love to see us do like a part one, part two, maybe even a part three on this. Um, Zombie Don's like, ooh, men's feelings. That's gross. But it's important. And Zombie,
It
we're
is.
recruiting you anyway.
He
Because
already
I think
knows.
he
He
does
said that he
know.
was qualifying. He was going to participate.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, we don't give enough credit to the struggles that our menfolk go through, like having to be, like what is the new definition of a man? Or is it the same definition just with different implications? Like what is it to be a man these days? What is it to be a provider, a boyfriend, a husband, just significant other in any capacity and those struggles and how do you manage it? I mean, we were talking the other day with Zoden about how he didn't want to bring his problems home to his wife and I was like, but why? Like that's supposed to be your partner in all things. Like if I can't lean on you or if you can't lean on me, why should I lean on you? And I think that that ultimately undermines the solidarity of any good relationship. So, yeah, a lot of interesting concepts that came out and good dialogue that I would love to just continue to share and support and have that there.
I would like to acknowledge the chat. I definitely appreciate you, Sinner. We got Peaches and Queen. We got Bulldog Mama, Relax with Rocky, Superman Creed, Zombie Don, Gas Reacts. I'm also lonely. Caitlin Louise, Miss Crystal. Thank you guys for being a part of this amazing movement podcast. Definitely appreciate you. If you guys haven't already, make sure you show Miss Shyniferous some love. She is an amazing content creator and does so many different things behind the scene. Like she is that HR lady that everybody would love to have in their corner.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things we don't talk about is the shows that I do for people. Like I help them put together their ideas and put together like the outline. So that's
Hmm.
another thing we do on the side. Just I want to see people succeed and I want to make their ideas come to fruition. So I'll have people come to me and say, "Hey, I have an idea for this." And I'm like, "All right, give me some background, give me a day, let me put something together and then spitball it back to you and you run with it." And see where it goes. Like, see if that's what you want. And it's usually 10 episodes that I'll write up just to kind of say, all right, here's a good escalation plan. So you have like an intro and then you build on it so that you continue to have viable content for at least 10 episodes. And then after there, it's kind of on you because now you know the process, right?
Right. And
But yeah.
I admit there has been a lot of creativity on your side, and I know you've helped a lot of people come up with some really great ideas as far as like what they want to stream or like if they just want to make content and put on like TikTok. Cause I know you gave several examples and ideas and suggestions, and I know I've brought some to life. And I will be honest, I've had a lot of views on a lot of those ideas. So I would like to give you your flowers and just say thank you for everything that you've done here and in the past and moving forward. Like you are an amazing gem. What they say, a diamond in the rough, and we would not be where we are if it wasn't for your help. So I definitely appreciate
Well, hopefully I'm not that rough.
you. No, you're amazing, Shiny.
He's
You're
rough.
amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. You're pretty amazing too, there, Jay. I mean, I appreciate what you're doing in the community, bringing all these creators forth and giving them a platform to talk about who they are, what they're about, and just really get their vibe out. Like that's a pretty important task. I think that it's an element that if you're just watching somebody game, you're really kind of only seeing maybe one or two sides of their personality. But in this format, I think you get a much bigger picture of somebody's personality, their core beliefs, what they're all about. So, yeah, kudos to you for doing this.
I appreciate you. Yeah, I really do. And welcome in Nonsense and Deadlock. We definitely appreciate you guys in the chat. If you guys haven't already, show Shyniferous some love. Make sure you hit her with a follow. Great content creator. Definitely into the mental health podcast. Just a really amazing personality. I really, and this is me being real outside looking in. It's like if I were to come to your stream for the first time, you have that welcoming heart. Like you welcome people into your channel and the personality. Listen, I love the personality. Like you're gonna make us laugh. There's gonna be days where we may cry. There may be days where we're just hyped up. But you know what? I love it all. And you know, she's one of the, I'm telling you guys, this is a channel that you guys would love to be a part of and just watch. It's always entertaining. And I tell you, one day when I see that purple check, I'm gonna be like, she made it. I knew she was gonna make it, man, because she has a personality, pure gold, man, heart of gold. What's
Yeah,
up?
except you know what? I'm not following my own advice. I got to be more consistent. That's my biggest downfall is that, like I let the anxiety get to me. And we talked about this the other day in our pajama party podcast in the morning, where we were talking about sometimes it's just really hard to push that go live button. Like you get stressed about it. And sometimes there's just no explanation for why you're stressing about it. You're just like inside your own head, talking yourself out of your moment in the sun. And it's like, it doesn't matter who shows up. You're just doing it for you. You're just sharing your message. And that's the important part.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of times where I will sit there and open up OBS and I'll just sit there and stare at it and I'm just like, I don't want to go live, but I want to go live. And then when I eventually go live, which is like hours later, it's always a great stream. You know, I always see you guys hang out. And honestly, I think what it is whenever you guys are there and talking, and a lot of the times what people don't realize is when you have streamed for a long time, you learn and you realize that even if they're in there just to say hi or just to check on you and see how you're doing, that means so much to a
So
streamer.
much.
Like it means so much, and it's just like, man, I'm really appreciated, and I value that, and that's what it's
And
all
it's
about.
free. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything to go say hi to your friend and be like, "Hey, what's up?" Just like, I'm going to call out Peaches right here being naughty in my chat about, somehow I like it rough, but I'm not rough. Girl, you know. And then nonsense in here saying, "Don't you dare comment on that." Listen, I'm going along for the ride here. I don't know what anyone's talking about. And Zombie Don sitting here saying, I'm not shocked. Maybe shocked, appalled, maybe shocked. Haha, lies. A lot. What? I'm not shocked by what she said. I'm shocked that she said it. How's that?
Oh my
Uh-huh.
twin.
I know. And Rocky's just here for the food. Oh my, what are we serving?
What? Yeah. What's going on? What are we having? What's the chat? Then well, it's 7:22, so I can't say what they're having. I guess I could say what they have had. What does everybody have had for
It's
dinner?
moaning in my stream. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
J-Rod.
oh
Holy
my.
moly. There was like some bedroom action happening there. I don't know. Definitely wasn't mine. I don't get any. No, just kidding. No,
Yo,
wait a
gas
minute. We don't admit
reacts.
that.
Thank
At
you,
this point,
brother.
I'll listen to any ride story she is willing to tell. Oh my. Well, I'll have to tell you a story later.
mm.
Bow, chicka, bow, bow. Or maybe we'll save it for grown and sexy.
Now, I feel like,
I might have to get someone's permission to go down that path.
oh, wait.
Well, I think we all will have to get our partner's permissions to really just open up and just lay it bare and say, here we go.
I feel like that podcast is going to be
Serious.
one to remember. Like the first one we did was really, really good, and I feel like we got more people on board this time, so I feel like part two is gonna be even wilder.
Yeah, yeah, because I feel like everybody's more willing to just go gung ho into it and just not be quite so nervous. Although
Right.
I do have two words for you. Butt dust. Peaches, you know what I'm talking about. Ventures, y'all know.
Mm.
I'm trying to remember the gesture he did where he's like, I was dying.
Oh.
I swear, I legitimately, if I didn't pee my pants outright, it was a close call, as close as it could be, because that was just so funny about, the backdoor assessment or whatever that was going on there. Yeah, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. I said it before you did. Yeah, you did, Peaches. You certainly did. Butt dust. Oh, I'm well versed in the dust of the butt.
Oh my gosh.
Uh,
Oh man. Hey, I knew this was gonna be one of those outstanding and just one of those podcasts that just stood out. I called it. I knew it. I predicted that this was gonna be a good one. The chats are amazing, by the way. So I appreciate everybody in both chats. Like you guys are really awesome.
and
Let's
Sarah and Jeff says it isn't morning, and that sure don't look like sexy pajamas. Well, no, because we do the pajama show in the morning, Saturday morning now, early morning, right? It's
is
not
this
Sunday.
Saturday?
Is it
Sunday.
Sunday? Oh, Sunday.
Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Soden and I is Saturday, and then you and I and whoever all else is with us is Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so it's like breakfast pajama party, like some of our best conversations, Jeff, for whatever reason, they happen in the morning and they're very inspirational, and we wanted to bring that and make it live just because it was such good stuff where we're like, yeah, yeah, like we were hyping each other up. We were just hyping like that can-do vibe, and it was really great. And we were like, you know what? Why don't we do this on the regular since we seem to do this on the regular?
I
Current
agree.
title is Pajama Morning. Oh, yeah, it is. Oh, sorry, my bad. I would just, yeah, I know.
I will say I have done some editing like whenever I would like put my title, it would change because when I first
There
started,
we go.
it said talk shows and podcasts, and then when I hit live, it showed Call of Duty. I'm like, wait a minute, we're not playing Call of Duty.
Yeah, I've
So
had
I
that
had to
happen
change it
before. I know
again.
what you're talking about.
But
I know
we
what you're
are,
saying.
but we got it. I think.
Oh,
I don't think it says
hold up.
what
Hold
happened.
up. Sweetest Sinner just subscribed to my channel.
Hey, there we go.
Hey, hugs and kisses. Thank you
Let's
very
go.
much. Wait a minute. And he just did 5 gifted subs. Oh my God.
Oh, somebody got an
Yo,
early Christmas.
you're not allowed to do that. Oh, you know what? Stop that right now. You're going to be in so much trouble, sir. I will ban you. Try me.
Ooh, that for.
I do what I want. Hey, that's
uh,
my line. That's what I say. I do what I want.
oh
Oh,
my.
that's funny.
So, you ready for some of these questions?
I am.
All
I
right.
am. What you
All
got?
right.
Hit me with it.
Nothing too crazy, but for the people that want to get to know you. What
Mhm.
inspired you to start streaming?
So I went to this health retreat and I had this like out of body experience. I told my friend Captain Barbosa about it, and he pulled me onto his podcast, which I'd never done before. And I was like, this is kind of weird, but I was like, I'll do it anyway. And I had so much fun doing it. He's like, you're a natural. He's like, you should game stream. And I was like, who's going to watch me game stream? And he's like, it doesn't matter. Just do it. Just do it. So I was like, all right, I'm in. I did it. And people just started showing up, and I really liked it. And I had fun, and I met some really great people. And the more I did it, the more people I met. I just continued to have fun with it. And so, yeah, I kind of got the bug, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to do this.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. How did you come up with your streaming channel name?
Shyniferous?
Yeah. For those
Well,
that don't
so
know.
again, originally it was Shiny Hero. So Shiny Hero was born from the fact that in Destiny 2, a game I used to play with a fixed group of people, I would always find the shinies. I was always great for finding like the treasures, um, any hidden stuff. Like I just was a natural at sniffing those things out. And then the hero part came about because we'd be going into these um, battles and they'd be getting pinned down, and I'd roll in. My favorite thing to roll in with was like usually a grenade launcher or a rocket launcher. So I just roll in with this big thing on my arm, like boom, boom, boom. And so it was like kind of like a hero moment. And
Yeah.
so shiny hero. And then 2873 was just I needed just some random numbers because there's a lot of shiny heroes out there apparently. So I just needed to throw on some numbers, and yeah, that's how we got there. And then Shyniferous came about because, JB, much love to you, man. Shyniferous, because that was a nickname that came about and I really liked it, and it just kind of stuck. It was just kind of like a softer um, name for me. So, and there's no Shyniferouses to compete against. It's just me.
Hey, there you go.
Yep.
Okay,
Hey,
so
Duncan did it. Nice. Thank you for the follow. Much appreciate.
there you go. What type of
Yeah.
content do you usually stream?
Right now, I'd say my focus is gaming and mental health, although the mental health I'm kind of slow to load. I did a show not that long ago with Shadow, and we talked about the importance of really thinking about how you present yourself as a streamer, and just really kind of getting over that hump of insecurity, and instead of worrying about the numbers, just doing for you. So really those are my 2 points. I love gaming, and it could be anything from a cozy game, which I think I would say I favor the horror content. But lately, it's been more explorer building, base building type games. I'm trying to get into Ark, but I'm struggling with it a little bit. I want to like the game, and it looks like it has a lot of appeal for me. I'm just not quite grasping it yet. But yeah, I'm hoping if I can get a little further along, I might actually stream that too.
Got you. How do you interact with your audience during streams?
It's tough. Like I'm always watching the chat. Um, and I want to engage more with chat. I think it's kind of a weak spot for me because I like to get to know people and have like real Discord conversations with them. So sometimes chat is difficult to manage. I see you, Johnny Blazing, farting in my chat. How dare you? Yes, Sinner. Really, I do like that game and I would like to get to know it better. I'm struggling. Like, I need a stronger hand with explanations on how things get done. The trial and error is a bit frustrating. He's putting up the ghoul moan on my stream. Oops, it slipped out. But yeah, no, I really I really do like the beauty of the game. And I love chat. I love getting to know people. But I want to get to know them beyond um just chat. Like I want to see people in a Discord and have an opportunity to kind of deepen that relationship and kind of be like, well, who are you? Like, what are you about? You know, like let's talk. Let's see what your conversation skills are really all about. Because to me, I'm more about the genuine connection.
Right. I agree. I agree with that. You know, it's always a better case to get to know someone when you can see them or just verbally hear them. That way you can,
Yeah.
hear their tone and like how they're speaking. So
Hmm.
I agree with that. You know, like the chat in the stream is always cool, but in Discord, I definitely think that it's a plus, a
Yeah,
bonus.
Discord makes it better. And of course, I drag them into your Discord because my Discord is small and it's more like real life friends. Hey, I see you, JB.
And over in the
But
family Discord, it gets
yeah,
a little wild, but it's
yeah,
fun.
we got a little wild. We got a little, I think we're all like, I don't want to say we're all gutter brained because I feel like that's a very coarse way of putting it, but we're dirty. We're like dirty birds. Let's just own up to it. We're dirty birds. Like
Hey,
I
you
think
know
we all
what?
say the same thing and
That's an understatement. Well, we do get wild, but at the same time, we have a good time. We throw ideas at each other as well when it comes to the streaming
mm,
aspect of things. We uplift each other's spirits when others may be
definitely.
down. So, I mean, we have a little bit of everything in the Discord, and I think that's why we all enjoy hanging out with each other, on a daily basis.
Yeah,
So,
and the other thing too is um the thing I like most about the fam Discord is just the fact that the conversation just can go anywhere and it's real, it's authentic, whether it's somebody's just unloading about the shit crap day they've had or we're talking about just kind of like relationship mechanics, whether it's, well, what would you do in this situation? Or, just the oddities of our relationships, or, what did we cook? What are we eating? How's the job? What's the plan? Like there's just so much realness to what we're talking about. Um, and I think that's the grab for me is just having that authentic communication where I think in my everyday life, sometimes that feels a little lacking. Like the IRL stuff, it all kind of feels very superficial at work or conversationally. I feel like they're very few and far between where they're just deep and meaningful and authentic. So I like the fam because it gives me that opportunity. Yeah,
hey,
organic interactions are the best. 100% JB. You know what I'm talking about.
I agree. I agree.
Hmm.
Um, what is the most memorable moment you've had while streaming?
I think my first hype train was
Hey,
probably my first memorable moment because it was just one of those things where it was out of the blue, it was unexpected, and I felt so grateful and honored by that moment. And I don't know if I cried. I If I didn't, I was probably close to it and probably just, I mean, anybody who knows me knows I have a thing with blushing. I was probably scarlet tomato red, like not 50 shades of gray. I was 50 shades of red. That's just the way I work. Like if you can catch me and make me get me, like I blush so hardcore. It's ridiculous. I don't
Yeah.
mean to. It's just like normally I'm very even keeled. I got it together. Like nothing phases me and all our dirty talk and whatnot, like no big deal. But sometimes I have those moments where you infuse a little bit of real emotion behind it, and that my face is like purple.
I believe it. I was there.
Oh, that's so funny. JB says for him, when I ate the cupcake hands free, when I lost the
Oh,
bet.
I remember that. I remember that. Yeah, that was a classic.
Yeah, I think we still have that clip in circulation. So what it was there was an individual who I made a bet with, and I unexpectedly lost the bet in record time. Like I couldn't believe it. I had like like just a dumb moment where I blurted something out and it was the wrong, it was exactly what I shouldn't have blurted out. It was like a Freudian slip or something, and I lost the bet. And there I was, yep, hands free eating cake on stream and just face first, that bad boy. Thank God it was delicious. It was absolutely outstanding. I think it was like chocolate icing, whipped cream, and strawberries. Oh my God, it was delicious. And it was like 9 a.m. on a Saturday. It was like chocolate cake for breakfast. Yeah, I could think of worse things. But
That's funny. I remember
yeah, that
that.
moment will live in infamy for sure. Yeah,
Definitely.
100%. Thanks for reminding me, JB.
I mean, there's so many classical moments with you. I mean, you definitely with the Napoleon Dynamite. I think that
Oh
that one
my goodness.
always will stand out to me. I was like,
Thank you,
yo, she
moment.
really is doing that. Yo, she's
Oh
got clips
yeah.
of Napoleon Dynamite too. So y'all
Yeah,
definitely
that
need to
clip.
check out the clips.
Yeah, and then my when singing my Miley Cyrus moment,
That was a good one too. You turned
that's
up.
a lot of heart. There was a lot of heart behind that one. I was in a space. Not the best mental health space, headspace, but yeah, we were in a space and we were what's the word? We were not exhuming the demons. We were getting rid of the demons. You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
We were having a spiritual moment. It's channeling the
Shiny is super
demons.
entertaining. I'm telling you, she is super entertaining. Like this is the Shyniferous, aka Shiny Hero, that everybody has gone to love, like got to know, and man, just amazing, like pure entertainment. Always makes me laugh. 100% Venturous. How we doing, Norse? Much love to everybody in the building, man. I
Yes,
definitely appreciate
exercise
everybody.
the demons. We were exercising some demons that day. Yes, we
That
were.
that.
That day, we were exercising the demons. Just
Oh
needed a
my
Bible. I have a Bible now, but I didn't have one back then, but I have one now.
man, this light is kind of flickering. I hope there's no like phasmophobia activity going on.
Ooh. Do you remember the first
Just
time you played Phasmo with us?
yeah. Yeah.
I thought you were gonna shit your pants.
Listen. Every time we play Phasmophobia, I felt like that demon was always coming to get me, and I'm like, why? Why? Like, why is this?
I felt the same way when I was first learning to play Phasmo, and you know what? I miss the old Phasmo versus the new Phasmo. A new Phasmo, I can't play that game to save my life. I lose almost every time. Where at least the old Phasmo, I learned it and I was like, yeah, I got this, and I was doing really well with it. And yeah, there's just the psychiatric building that they had with the basement, with that really long basement, and it was like, all
Yeah,
right, how fast can you get down the hall when the demon's chasing you? And oh, you hear the heavy breathing.
kind of reminds me of the game you introduced me to, Lunch Lady. That game was
Oh, that was a
something else.
great game. Can we go back and do that game? We need to get a foursome with that game. That was a great game, Lunch Lady.
Yeah, we need two more
Ah,
people. Do we got two more people to have the game that want to get down with us? Because I feel
heck
like
yeah.
it'll be a good
Sign up.
time. Lunch
Hit
Lady
us
is
up.
wild. I agree 100%. Yeah, that was an
Loves
experience. Look,
us.
played in the dark, and like every time the Lunch Lady just she was attracted to me.
Yeah, yep. She had a thing for you. I don't know why she was so hooked on you, but yeah, every time you came around a corner, she was there. And like you'd even run by me and she'd run by me. She was like on you. Mhm.
I remember you got the same EV plus she's got. Hey, hell yeah.
What's
Nice.
that?
The Eevee, the little stuffed animal behind you. Eevee,
Oh
Pokemon?
yeah,
Yeah.
that was a Christmas present.
Hey, let's go. For
Yeah.
those that
Oh,
don't know
Johnny.
Eevee, that's old school. That's old school Pokemon right there. Do y'all research. I know we
Yep.
got some originals, some OGs up in here.
Yep, that came from Center.
Nice. Yeah, it looks nice right
He
there.
found a special Pokemon in my house. You know the Pokemon Go? He
Mm-hmm.
said he found a rare Pokemon, a shiny in my house.
Ooh,
How
nice.
funny is that?
A shiny at a shiny.
Exactly, a shiny out of shiny.
That's awesome.
So, yep.
Let's see.
Ooh, new
How
follower, Lucas Boo. Nice. Greetings, everyone. Nice to see you as well. Welcome in.
let's
Thanks
go.
for the follow. Yeah,
How do
yeah.
you how do you balance streaming with other aspects of your life?
You know, when I was at my busiest, it was almost like a requirement for me. It was the gateway for my sanity because my day job was very intense, and if I didn't stream, I felt like I just was in my head too much about work. So it became a necessity to stream. I don't know that I was necessarily balanced about it so much as I was very I would say rigid in like my bedtimes, which I think you remember, like, because you all would make fun of me. I'd be like, all right, well, it's 9 o'clock, gotta go. And you'd all be like, what? It's only 9 o'clock. I'd be like, nope, you gotta understand. I gotta go to bed. I gotta be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. My to-do list at work is demanding. So it was like, as soon as I'd come home, quick deal with the cats, eat dinner, and then get on the PC and just go and just not even stop to think about it. And just having that schedule really kind of kept me in line and kept me going both mentally and I would say physically as well. Hmm.
Oh man, my boy says sounds like Jay always bailing on us to go to sleep.
Yeah, I mean, you have to. You have to take care of your mental health. And the other thing too is the reason I was so rigid about it is when we did, I don't know if you remember, but you were on that show with me when I did a show about sleep deprivation. And
Hmm.
everybody knows, like here's the thing. Everybody knows, not getting enough sleep isn't good for you. Everybody knows that. And if you don't know that, now you do. But I'm saying most people understand that. I did the research on it for that specific podcast, and what I learned basically set me straight on making sure that I was getting enough sleep because it talks about how all the different hormones or activities, all these things that reset overnight when you get sleep. And if you don't, it has a big impact to your, like if you have ADHD, it amplifies it. If you have stress, you're less able to manage it. If you have anxiety, you're more prone to, analysis paralysis. So there were all these things that basically put it into perspective that somebody for like me who has anxiety issues, ADHD, how important and critical sleep is to having a healthy outlook, better, I guess what's the word? Better ability to manage my stress and my coping skills. So all those things really got highlighted in that research for that podcast that really kind of not put the fear of Jesus in me, but made it real, like gave it substance for why getting sleep was important to me. So yeah, that one really hit home. So yeah, so
Definitely.
I really made the effort to stick to that.
I remember that. Yeah, definitely getting sleep is important. And I know a lot of the times I say I'll be back, but due to the sleeping circumstances, the bed be calling my name and I'm out of
Hmm.
there. But I have the perfect reason as to why I, go to sleep now. It's like I'm still healing. I'm almost there. I'm almost 100%, and I'll be good to go. But yeah, definitely rest does heal everything, and
Mhm.
yeah, it definitely it's a draining experience. Like a lot of the times, people don't realize when you stream as well, it takes a lot of energy. It's like before you go live, it's like you're chill, you're calm, cool, collected. Then you go live, you're hype. You bring a lot of energy to it, and then like once you end your stream, you're just so drained. It's like, oh my gosh, I gotta
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's like being a regular TV actor. You got to be on. You got to be camera ready. You don't want to bring your worst self. You want to bring your best self because the best self is how you make the most engagement with people, right? So like if you're sitting there mopey and you're down and out and you're complaining about everything, like, listen, I got enough problems. I don't need to be reminded of all my problems by watching somebody sit there and just go on and on about I've got this, I've got that, I'm doing this. I mean, you want to be supportive, but at the same time, it's like, ah, I need the uplift. Hey, sweetest sinner, you knock that shit off right now. I swear to Christmas, I'm gonna punish you.
we're in
Somebody
a
is going to get punished.
we're in the Christmas spirit, y'all. Like, where's everybody's Christmas spirit? We love you guys, though. We definitely appreciate you guys and hope that you guys are ready for the holidays. If not, then I truly understand. But we're gonna make the best of it, especially for 2025. We're gonna have a blast. I'm really thinking 2025 is gonna be a great year.
Well, and you know what else? It's almost Capricorn season.
Uh
Do
oh.
you happen to know a Capricorn? Because I do. I know somebody who's a Capricorn and has a birthday coming up.
Uh oh.
It's possible we know someone who's going to do a birthday stream.
Uh oh.
Maybe 12 hours.
Whoa. 12? 12
Well,
hours?
well,
Damn, that's a long time. Look.
almost started like the crack of dawn.
Hey, appreciate that, Butterfly. Definitely, definitely. When's your birthday?
The
Butterfly asked.
13th. The
Hey,
13th. 1-3. I am not sus. That's legit.
y'all make sure y'all check her
24
out.
hours. The
Dang, they
sweetest
wanted
sender
20.
says 24 hours. You're crazy. You're
You're
crazy.
just
24
you're
hours? You be watching me sleep.
sleeping a sleeping stream. Hey, let's go Caps.
He
She says hers
says,
December 31st.
oh,
Okay.
nice. GG's.
Look at
And
y'all.
let's see. Sinner says he's the punisher, not the punished.
Oh my
We'll
goodness.
see. We'll see. We'll
Oh
see.
man.
Yeah, 12 hours, Venturis. Can you handle 12 hours of Shiny Hero? Would you be there for all 12 hours? I highly doubt anybody would be there for all 12 hours. Oh, alluring Luna. That's a tongue twister sometimes.
Say it fast, Shiny.
Sleep stream. Yeah, I mean, who knows? Can I do a sleep stream? Do we think that? I let's see. Caitlin Louise says just a quick 30-minute nap while listening to you guys. Yeah, maybe.
Hey.
Donnie says, look into a game called Just Die Already. I have that game. I have that game, Just Die Already.
How do
Yeah,
we far?
with the old people. Yeah, absolutely. The old people that just die, like they don't die, but like you decapitate them, you lose arms, legs until they're like a quivering pile of gelatinous goo, and they still won't die. Yeah, that's a funny game, except I had a problem. I had a problem with that game doing more than two people um in a squad. So I think it's meant to be a LAN party type game. Hey, I'm that butterfly. Thank you so much. I see you.
Hey, let's
That
go.
game is really funny. Fair. Have a great night at work, Luna. Yeah, Luna. Have a great night at work. We will miss you.
All
Poop.
right, I got a few more questions and then I'm gonna leave
Okay.
it up to
I'm
chat.
ready. I'm
All right.
ready.
How do you keep your content fresh and engaging for your audience?
Oh. I think part of it goes back to the podcast, right? Because games are hard to keep fresh because there's so many games out there and there's so many streamers streaming the same games. So I think gaming content is hard to keep fresh. I think the best thing you could do with games is talk your way through it. So really navigating the game rather than just playing the game, like talking your whole thought process to it, talking about the mechanics, talking about the graphics, talking about any bugs that you might be encountering. I think that all those things can play into having fresh content because a lot of streamers that I see playing a game are maybe talking about like just the jump scares or one element of it, or they're talking just to their chat and not playing the game. And it's like, you want a good mixture of both. But the new fresh content, I think, really comes in the form of the podcasts and the ideas for shows. And that takes a lot of willingness to partner with other people. And from my perspective, even if I'm not a part of their show and I'm working on content for their show, I'm always looking at how can you make it engaging in the larger scope to have mass appeal. And that's an art form, really. So it's really, I think, keeping abreast of current affairs, knowing your market, knowing who you're looking to engage with, and what's your ultimate goal. Are you looking to grow? In which case, you have to be leveraging social media, and it may not be necessarily about having the freshest, most relevant content. It may just be about promotion. So there's a lot that goes into answering that question.
I love that answer. That was Shyniferous, y'all. I'm telling you, you know, the questions I ask, everybody usually gives a really great answer. But I feel like if they like the questions that I've asked you, the answers you have given have been excellent. And I love
Thank
it.
you.
Let's see what else we got here. What is some of your short term and long term goals?
Oh, that's a good question. I struggle with that. Um, I think ideally my short-term goal would be managing the anxiety so I can stream more often. And I'd like to engage with more people. I feel like I do a better job when I'm streaming with someone than singularly. And I think it adds a certain layer of like it just makes the content more dynamic because it's your chat can be silent if they want to be silent and they can just listen in on your conversation. But I think also it bridges the gap. If there isn't any chat, it may give people something to latch on to. Meaning, like, if I'm already having a conversation with somebody, they may hear us talking about something that they relate to and then chime in. And I think that that's a good way to serve as an icebreaker with, say, new chatters.
I agree,
Dinner and
100%.
Shiny co-stream when? We talked about it. I don't know that we have a plan yet for what we would stream, but I feel like it might be a bit like um, Fred and Barney, and I mean that in the nicest of way, where I think we're still getting our vibe. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I would love to stream with Sinner. I just don't know if he would love to stream with me.
Ah, you know he would. You know he
Yeah, he
would.
probably would. He probably would. He probably would. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I I gotta say, I'll be honest. Let's have a real honest moment, and hopefully he doesn't get um too too upset with me when I say this. So it's a new relationship, right? And with new relationships, I think that there's like I I get around him and he just makes me smile. Like he just has this effect on me that I feel like it's just going to make me very shy on camera to be streaming with him. So like I don't know how to explain it. Like I just feel like I'm just gonna get like all tongue-tied streaming with him. Like I'm just gonna be like blushing. Does that make sense?
Hey, it
Hey
makes perfect sense. It
wings!
makes perfect
Hey
sense.
wings!
You have to have clear
Yes, Lucas
boundaries.
Boo, I have lots of cats. So yeah, we have
Excellent.
one cat up here and there's one cat down there. I
You're
have
going
two
to feel
kittens
like a
running around.
schoolgirl with a crush.
Yes, yes, that's exactly what it feels like.
Appreciate you,
Like we
Deadlock.
can't make you blush now. Oh boy, zombie, you need to just put a
Oh my
mark
goodness.
in that. It's a booby trap. No, Sinner, I think you definitely would stream with me. I just think that I am a little too um schoolgirl crush at the moment kind of vibe with you right now. Like, I mean, I'm all like giggly and like new relationship, like you know what I'm sorry, I can't explain this very well.
I got one more question for you, and then I'm gonna leave it up to chat for the questions.
Okay.
All right, here we go. What advice would you give to someone who wants to start streaming?
Hmm. I guess part of that would be what do they want to get out of it? So if they're streaming just to stream, to test the waters, I say go for it. Just go ahead and just pull that trigger. Um, to make it easier on yourself, I would say stream with a friend or at least have someone in your ear that you can talk to kind of get used to the flow. If your long-term goal is growth, leverage all your social media. Think about what brand you want to have for yourself. Do you want to be a podcaster? Do you want to be a sportscaster? Do you want to be specifically games only? Do you want to hold a niche within the gaming um, segment? So I think there's things that you need to think about in terms of what you're trying to do, what you're trying to achieve, and how you want to go about to get it. Like, what are you willing to sacrifice? How much time are you willing to commit? So again, if it's long-term goal is to be a partner, you're going to have to grind. You're going to have to be smart about leveraging your socials. You're going to want to follow all the game devs on Twitter. You're going to want to be informed. You're going to want to just really knuckle down and go with all those tools that you can find. And don't be afraid to network, talk to people, ask them how they did it, ask them what drives them, ask them how they stay motivated, ask them to stream with you. Um, I think that those things all together cumulatively add up to the numbers that you need to eventually get to partner. But it does take a hella commitment, and you got to know that that's what your goal is and stick to it.
That was a great answer. That was a great answer. All right, well, chat, I'm gonna leave it up to y'all. Now is y'all time to shine. Make sure y'all ask those questions.
I'm scared.
I'm scared too.
I mean, this could go in so many directions. Like we could go down the professional route or we could go down the highly unprofessional route. I mean, we've covered so much ground in the past with all of our different content, whether it's relationships, dating, when we remember when we covered interracial love.
I remember that. Hey,
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. We've talked about anxiety. We've talked about stress management. We talked about support networks. We even talked about using your five senses to support your wellness journey. I mean, we've just covered so much. Oh, remember the dark side of streaming. Oh, remember your confessional.
yeah, yeah.
That was a heavy hitting episode. I swear the tears that day that we all shed collectively together, that was a memory maker right there. Like I think it was a great bonding moment and really put something out there that was original and meaningful and authentic. Like you don't get more real than those types of podcasts where you're really kind of bearing your soul and saying I'm putting it out there.
I agree.
Dark Side of the Moon. Yeah, it was Dark Side of the streaming, and I actually had like a Darth Vader. Remember the promo I did for it? It was Darth Vader and the
Yeah,
um and the Death Star.
yeah. That was cool. I remember that. I was look. A lot of our podcasts have been good. I'm telling you, y'all do not want to miss out on this. If you guys haven't already, show Shyniferous and me some love. Look, y'all need to make sure y'all follow us. Y'all will be hit with pure entertainment. Let's see. Center says,
The
what
time. It was really nice
inspires
to
her
meet
the
you.
most about streaming?
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Lucas. Have a good night. What inspires me the most about streaming? Seeing others succeed really is just and helping them reach their goals. Like it's not so much about my journey so much as it is about making the connections that allow me the space to help others. Um, I think I have a service leader mindset, which means my goal is to not just walk the walk, but give back and help others to reach what they want to reach. I already know my weakest link is the fact that I'm not consistent. But if there's anything I can do to help somebody else succeed, that's where my inspiration lies. It lifts me up to see others succeed and feel like, all right, I've done this for them, I can do it for myself. And just kind of keeping people on point and on task and reminding them that they can do it. They have all the tools they need. And if they don't, there's plenty of ways to go about to get them.
Hey. Zombie Don goes, I would like to know about the decor behind her and what inspired that.
What decor? Is anything specific? We need some
With him,
specifics. I have a
with
lot
him
of decor. I mean, I have paintings. Oh, don't forget, I also did a painting stream. So, like, we have paintings from previous painting streams
I
way
remember
back in the
those
day.
paintings. Yeah.
Yeah. Remember we did some painting streams?
I thought that
Um,
those were pretty good.
if he's talking about my bunny ears, listen, Grown and Sexy is a whole different kind of show. You want to know about the
Uh,
bunny ears, you need to come to Grown and Sexy.
oh.
You know what? You know what we should do? We should all dress up like hookers and hoes and pimps for that. Could you imagine? Like everybody coming in their lingerie and being
uh,
like, here we are, it's grown and sexy. Everybody's ready for, a romper room of conversation. Rocky says, no, thank you. What do you mean, Rocky?
oh, listen, I
You
will
don't
make
have like a
sure.
sexy bathrobe, like a silky, sexy bathrobe? Come on, girl. Don't
I will
even
make
front.
sure not to link up the YouTube whenever we do grown and sexy.
We can do it. It'll be
I don't know.
fine.
I don't know. I don't know.
What's a little lace lingerie? And I swear, we have. I don't remember for what, but I swear we've seen people, or maybe it was in the Discord.
All right,
Rocky's Grown
sounds
and
good.
Sexy stays in the Discord, not out on Twitch. Yeah,
Oh.
okay. Well,
Oh my
you know
gosh.
what? If that's the way it's got to be, that's the way it's got to be, Rocky. The world will miss out on some grade A content from you because we
Yeah.
already know.
Yeah, for real. I tell
Yeah,
you, the conversations we've had in
McBreath.
Discord.
I've got an old man bathrobe, says McBreath. Hey, you know what? Just show a little chest hair. All you do is show a little chest hair. It's still grown and sexy.
hey,
Old
hey,
man bathrobe or not.
people vibe out and like that kind of stuff. I'm just saying a little, you know.
Give a little
I,
authenticity.
yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I'm down with that. Bring it on.
Toxic Chimp says need the link right now. You guys are something else.
Oh, I bet it's comfy as hell. Rocky says she does have a very sexy bathroom that says bride. Oh, a bathrobe that says bride was only used one day.
Oh.
Ventura says I like that kind of stuff. Hell yeah.
Uh-oh.
Although, you know what?
Ventures.
Like, we gotta find, like, how do you, I guess all the men would have to get like silk bathrobes. Otherwise, they'd all be showing up topless and no one would see their silk boxers if that's what they, like it'd be like a
Yeah.
bunch of women in like lingerie and then a bunch of shirtless men. It'd be like, all right, are y'all naked? Like, what's happening over there?
I'm telling you, like, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, could you imagine grown and sexy Christmas edition? Like
Ooh.
everybody's just wearing hats and like Christmas decor. I'm hesitating on finishing out the rest of that thought, but bows in strategic places is what came to mind.
Oh my. Yo, do I need to end my YouTube and just keep going on Twitch, y'all? Let's do a poll. Do y'all want me to end the YouTube and just strictly do Twitch? Like that, like this could be a thing right now. This is a one in a lifetime opportunity. So let me know what y'all think. Do we want to
Hey,
continue
McGrath,
this?
dad bods are in. Dad bods are in.
I agree.
It is what it is. Listen, you know what? Grown and Sexy has to be probably one of my all-time favorite shows that we did. Was that the one I talked about, the tattoo on the dipstick?
Yo, we're going to end YouTube right now. On that note, we're going to end YouTube. Thank you guys for
Was it
participating.
high or was it low?
If y'all haven't already, make sure you show Shyniferous some love. I would appreciate it. And if
Inquiring
you
minds want to know.
if you like the vibes, make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. Y'all have a great night. Enjoy the holidays. Have a great Christmas and a happy New Year.
Namaste.
I hope it ended.
Well, you know what I'm talking about. Remember when we had that whole dialogue about do you put the tattoo on when it's full or when it's not full? And then like is it like the rubber band like when you stretch it out like then you read it? That was the question. And I still have that question. I still have yet to find anyone who knows the answer to that question.
Mm,
It's not
I
my
feel
fault. Way to derail the stream, Shiny.
it.
I have questions. I have questions sometimes. That's just what happens. I don't actually need to see one. I just want to know the answer to the question.
I promise. I'm here. I'm here. I'm just trying to make sure we're like done with YouTube. Oh my
Okay.
goodness.
I'll do my best to sort of behave.
Oh no, we're good. We're good. We're on
Okay.
Twitch now.